Hi everybody. Oh lordy. Um, Hello. I hope everybody's having a good evening. Um, I've been out here and I've been sitting here for a little bit. I've been just catching up on some emails and messages. It's been a busy day today. Got a lot done. Anthony's all packed up and ready to go back out of town. And I'm just kind of just kind of in the car. It's quiet. This week coming up is going to be a rough week. Been trying was starting last week, getting Bannon more in a kind of a bedtime routine, going to bed at a certain time and we're starting to get things, sorted out. I've got I've got a little bit of content to upload. I'll probably upload it after midnight tonight so you guys can view, any of that after midnight. It's just a out grocery shopping, haul, and it's not a haul, it's just a video of me. I tell you, I find myself doing the majority of my grocery shopping at Aldi's these days. And, I'm very limited here where I live. We've got Kroger, Save-A-Lot, Walmart, Aldi, and there's IGAs, not like the closest IGA for me would be Williamsburg, and it's kind of sketch. But anyway, that's just a personal opinion. I love the IGA in London, but it's really too far away for me to really shop there a lot. But anyway, so we do the best we can with what we got. I wish we had like a Publix or an Ingles or a Meijer or Sam's something, but we don't. They are putting in a super mega Kroger, whatever they call them, in our town, and everybody's super excited about that. I'm very excited about that. But it's just a bigger Kroger. But I do enjoy shopping at Kroger, and I do shop there quite frequently. That is the closest, that and Save-A-Lot are closest to me currently from my house. But the Kroger that I shop at is a smaller Kroger, and it's very limited on certain things. For example, some stores will have like 5 different kinds of something. This Kroger will have 1 or 2. But anyway, but it works, and they have a beautiful produce section. And they do really well with their meats as well. So, it works. Oh, goodness gracious. So, I do like Aldi's, and the main thing that I buy in there is I love their berries. They've got gorgeous blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. Strawberries weren't me. I passed on strawberries this week. They're starting to go out of season again, where they have no flavor and they're just not ripe, and it's just gross. So, I'm starting to get away from strawberries, but I've got blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. Berries are excellent for type 2 diabetics, and if you do your research, you have to be careful with a lot of fruits. They can spike your blood sugar. I would have argued with you about that. In the not so, I gotta turn these notifications off. I would have argued with you about that. Um, a month ago, I would have said, oh, that's silly. Fruit is, fruit's healthy. Unfortunately, if you are diabetic, now if you don't have diabetes, it's really not going to affect you. Fruit's great. I mean, but if you're diabetic, fruit can spike your blood sugar to not so great levels, and that's not good. We don't want we don't want glucose spikes. We want to stay as steady as we can through the day and not have no big jumps. We're going to have some jumps. That's just normal. The body's normal way to react to food consumption is a little bump, but we don't want the whoop, boo, the spike and then the crash after. So, anyway, I've been shopping. I loaded up on produce. We've got all the things, and I'm going to be unpacking it here in a minute, and I'm going to go ahead and try to put things, I think we'll have to wait till tomorrow to do to wash our produce and all of that, but definitely gonna just go in here and get everything put away. And like the berries are super sensitive, so they need to be refrigerated. They'll last so much longer if they're refrigerated. But anyway, so I picked up some meat, because we lost our whole freezer. So I got some ground turkey and some ground beef, and I got some chicken, and I've got steak in here that I'm going to be cutting up and cooking as well. Going to be doing a lot of food prep tomorrow for not just me, but for Bannon too. With Anthony gone, it's just going to be easier instead of waiting to cook dinner, just to actually cook food and then heat food as needed for me and for him. We're going to start having our dinner at a certain time and try to really get back in the we were starting it last week, and now we're down to crunch time. So school's back in on the 12th. We have open house on Thursday. So we got a lot going on. And we're very excited for back to school. I'm gonna miss the little guy though, I have to tell you. The first few days it'll be like, oh yes, this is wonderful. And then as the school year goes on, I start looking forward to the weekends when he's home, and I start looking forward to the bus running at 3:30. So, I mean, it's been a long summer, and Anthony working away from home has been a challenge for me and Bannon both. And we're still learning how to navigate that. But, and it feels like he's not home enough. He's not home long enough. He's worked all, the last 2 Fridays in a row, and he's usually was working Monday through Thursday, but we just press on. So anyway, my glucose tests have been all great this weekend, and and my glucose tests have all been, okay, they've been great this weekend, and all that's been good. I've not been over 200 at all weekend. I got close one morning. It was 190 something. But I think the changes I've made in my diet have been very good for me. And I have really stuck with it. And I have really, I haven't been I can have a little bit of this. And I haven't done that. I haven't tried to negotiate with myself and try to cheat. There is no cheat day, because that will just throw the whole thing off the rail. So there is no cheat day until I get my A1Cs back under control, below the level of pre-diabetic, or even I can get it back down to where I'm technically, I'm always going to be a diabetic now. But I can eventually get my A1C down to a level where, you know, I don't want to say a whole cheat day, but like if you want to have a cheat meal, maybe you could. I don't know. I just, honestly, I feel so much better. Do I miss the carbs? Absolutely. Yes. Yes, I do. Sometimes I sit and think about chocolate cake, like, or so, you know, whatever. It's just chocolate cake, for example, with chocolate icing, and I think I could be like that kid on that movie Matilda, where he's just eating that double layered chocolate cake and just with his hands, and I can't remember the little kid's name, but that could be me. I could eat chocolate cake like that. And then I think, but oh my goodness, like, how bad would I feel after that was over? You know, like, how gross. Just, and you know, I start thinking about, before I realized what was happening to me, I was having these horrific, like, blood, like crashes in the afternoon. And, you know, it's just not, I'm able now to, like, go off my porch, walk all the way around. I can go feed chickens. I can walk over to the horse pen. I can pitch a whole bale of hay. Now, one evening I couldn't do it. Lord, I was having a rough time. But I'm getting stronger, and I feel better than I have in probably at least 5 years. Maybe longer than that. I don't know. But when me and Anthony first met, not long after we met, we opened, I started the business with the food truck and stuff, and then he joined me later when we started really being able to just support ourselves with that. And he always, people would say, how do you all do this? And he'd just be like, because she can outwork anybody I've ever seen. And that's why, like, a lot of times when people are trying to be mean and hateful, and they're like, oh my God, she's so lazy, she's this, you know, that is just not me. Like, don't ever think that because people are heavy, they're lazy. I have struggled with my weight my whole life, and I have worked like a dog. I could work circles around most people until the weight started taking a toll on my joints and my health and my blood pressure and obviously my glucose and all the things. And then I had that stroke. And then, you know, my body never fully bounced back from that because I was on the right track. I lost like almost 70 pounds. And then all of a sudden one day I was just like, oh, you know, and it just, you know, and then menopause, I guess, and perimenopause, and all the things that happen to women around this time in their life. But I can tell you right now, this has been a real wake up call for me, and I don't want Bannon to ever wonder to himself, like, why didn't my mom love me enough to take care of her body and stay here with me as long as she could? But that's the drive here. But anyway, my phone's ready to die. And, yeah. So, anyway, oh gosh, my legs trying to cramp. Ay. Anyway, so I'm going to get off and get in here. I've got a few things to do before I can lay down tonight. No, good Lord, nobody said that. Amy Matthews Hammond. Nobody. Okay. So we might have said that because we didn't find out about it until the second trip to the hospital. So I don't know, like, I don't even know why anybody would even. I think that, okay. Oh, Lord, just. I love it. Um, so, anyway. Eggman got arrested again? It's the first I've heard of it. I don't know. Um, Guys, listen. Let me tell you something real quick. If you're going on anything Anthony Baker said while I was in the hospital, I can assure you right now, when the doctors would walk in there, Anthony Baker wouldn't pay a bit more attention than a man in the moon. And I'm not saying that to be mean or disrespectful to him. I'm just saying that my sweet husband, he has one vice. He don't smoke, he don't drink, he don't cat around on me or nothing like that. He has one problem, and that is he is addicted to his phone. And he's a workaholic, but whatever. Um so, I mean, I don't have to explain myself to nobody. I'm not going to. There's no reason in the world, under God's green heaven and earth, why I would need to lie about having a stroke. Okay? I never wore glasses. I never, I had to wear glasses for driving, but I could see fine. I could see fine as far as daily living. I can't do that anymore. Like, my eyes were damaged from the stroke. My balance, I still don't have 100% of my balance back. I may not ever get it back. I don't know, guys. I think he just watches, like, videos, TikTok, Facebook Reels. I mean, just whatever. And if you're trying to insinuate something, give me a break. I mean, seriously, come on. But, yeah, I've not heard anything, Sharon. I'll have to look. Of course, I do know that one of the crazy hater groups is back again. And somebody had said that he had posted, let's see, that somebody posted a screenshot of him, a mugshot or something. So I don't know. I haven't, I haven't, I haven't, I haven't, I haven't heard anything. I don't know. Oh, Lisa, I hate to hear that. Yeah, Gracie, I don't know either. No, Nancy, I'm not ashamed of it at all. Are you ashamed of your house? You know? Um, um, anyway. My phone's getting ready to die probably. Let's see. Yeah, I got 3% battery life, so I better go. Um, I'll see you guys. Like I said, I'm going to edit this video and post it sometime after midnight. And we're going to be doing a lot of meal prep and stuff tomorrow. So hopefully you guys can join me for that. We have a new month And I really, guys, I need your engagement. I need your views. I need all of it. So if you're here and you're new and you're here and you're old, like, we appreciate every single person. And I'm going into August with kind of a different, like, because this is, and I'm just going to say this real quick, you know, and to an extent, I hate saying this, but I'm going to say it. When you put yourself on social media as a content creator, no matter how good you are, no matter how clean of a life you live, no matter how perfect you are, there's going to be somebody somewhere that is going to be watching every video you make, scrutinizing everything you do, and looking at you like Nellie Olson looked at Laura Ingalls. Some of it is envy and jealousy. Some of it is just, I love this saying, like, hurt people hurt people. And what that means is somebody that's hurting on themselves for whatever reason. Maybe their reality, they wake up every morning, maybe they've got stage 4 lung cancer and they are dying. And instead of, like, taking that time to, put kindness into the world, they're angry and they're taking it out on Leslie over here. Or maybe their significant other is suffering with a terminal illness and they're the caregiver. I've been in the caregiver position. It is difficult. It will take a lot out of you. Maybe their kids don't speak to them anymore and they're angry about that. But I promise you, every one of these people that make these ugly, rude comments, they are damaged in some way. They are hurting in some way. And they just want to see if they can hurt somebody else and make themselves feel better for a minute. That's the deal. But I'm going into August with a new kind of an attitude, because no matter what I ever do, I'm never going to please 100% of everybody all the time. And I'm not going to try to anymore. I'm just going to do what I do and let the chips fall where they may. And that's going to be hard because I want to retaliate. I want to try to prove them wrong. But you know what? It's just too much.